double team them. Let Deaton's get a taste of their own medicine.
Coming in from behind, the schoolboys' favorite pin combination. And Deaton, look at this!
Over the top rope, but the referee shouldn't disqualify him for that because Deaton went over on his own accord.
Now, if Deaton did not have control of his body, right, that's the rule.
That's right. It's like when you intentionally throw him over, Deaton went, that was his own momentum that carried him over. It wasn't because of the Samoan connection. It wasn't any of their dealing. Now, you don't throw a referee around like that.
That could prove to be a little disconcerting. And again,
this poor
one of the
referee.
South
See what I
Pacific.
said? I would hate to be a referee in this situation.
Joel Deaton's down on the floor. We may have a pin right now.
He's got a pin. Referee's called for the bell, though.
Referee's called for the bell. We got to see what kind of a decision we're going to have.
Joel's coming in here with a chair. Let's see.
They're not running. Normal guys run when you come after them with a chair.
They're just standing their ground. They're saying, we're not giving up this thing.
Let's see if we
Joel's
can get a...
putting the chair down. It's kind of like a...
Let's see if we can get some kind of a decision. The Deatons are going to win this one by disqualification.
You just don't throw the referee around.
I'll tell you what, there's more great action coming up this hour right here on Atlantic Coast Wrestling. You stick with us.
Hello, wrestling fans. Gene Liggett here with Nelson Roll and the lovely Sha-Sha. Lovely Sha-Sha. Of course, Nelson, I know you're very proud of this young lady, but you got some matches coming up, and you want to say hello to all the fans in Atlantic Coast Wrestling.
Yes, first thing I want to say hello to all the people, the shut-ins that are not able to come out and attend the matches but can watch us on TV. And a lot of them are my friends, and I want to make them or let them know that I think about them all the time. And the one thing that's on my mind is L.A. Stevens, Shinobi, and the big thing that's coming up is that Ricky Nelson. That guy's running his mouth. He's talking about he is this big, he's that. He's the toughest thing. He had Angel under his wing and all of this. Ricky Nelson, let me tell you something, mister. You haven't been in a war yet or in a battle until you get in the ring with this one. And when you do, I want you to understand one thing. Don't touch this. And when you get out of line, the last thing you're going to see, you'll have that belt and it'll be laying on you.
Combines them all into one great home entertainment center you can rent to own just $19.95 a week. And look for 10th anniversary values throughout the store.
Call Color Time now for same-day delivery. 2 Miracle Cars. Try the excitement weekdays on the Family Channel.
Hey, it's the Batmobile.
Let's get going and make an emergency bat turn.
Funtown, Batman, weekdays at 5.
Show me some of that hot-shot driving you're talking about.
Then, Hardcastle and McCormick ride the Coyote for more 4-on-the-floor action.
Nino, Kino, Blasto, Zowie.
Batman at 5. Hardcastle and McCormick at 6 Eastern, weekdays on the Family Channel.
The world of business is a world of change. The new decade, Europe 1992, taxes, housing, the stock market, unemployment, savings. Whether you're from Wall Street or Main Street, CNN has business news you can use. From Business Morning to Moneyline at night. CNN, more than news, it's information to keep your business on top.
Next week on cable, look at all the things we are. On TBS, 4 original episodes paint a royal portrait of Great Britain. On USA, it's Shelley Hack in a world premiere spy thriller from the Middle East, A Casualty of War. And look at HBO.
Everyone should have a friend like you.
The hilarious Leslie Nielsen is the ambassador of comedy in The Naked Gun.
I knew it.
Look, Carolina, look at all the things we are.
See you there.
Rock and roll comes to Atlantic Coast Wrestling as Robert Gibson gets set to take on Joe Cruz. And Cruz didn't waste any time, baby.
Didn't even let Robert take off his shirt. Maybe he thinks that this is the only way he's going to beat Robert Gibson is to start out early and catch him off guard. That's what I would, I mean, with a new up-and-comer like this, instead of just going out and wrestling him, maybe this is the way to do it. I mean, the bell rung and Robert wasn't ready. And instead of being a nice guy and taking your time, he just jumped right on him.
He may have balled. Man,
Big
block
mistake.
kick.
Joe thought he had him, but Robert came and slung him around.
Gibson's in. There's that Gibson leg lock.
Ooh. No escape. No escape at all. Let's go into a replay of that with Robert Gibson tying Joe Cruz up. Here's a replay with Robert Gibson with the Gibson leg lock. Ties him up. There's no escape. It's like a figure four. You get the grapevine going, fall back. That man is not going anywhere. We'll be up with Nelson Royal and Sha-Sha.
Fans, just a couple of minutes away, the world's junior heavyweight champion Nelson Royal, along with Sha-Sha, defends against gorgeous Jimmy Garvin right here on TV.
Jimmy Garvin, get ready, mister, because you've been out here running your mouth. And you got all these people out here talking about, and you got one standing over here looks like she needs to get in the gymnasium. Like I said, go get in the gym, and he can be ready. He's talking about being in the gym. Well, mister, I've been around a long time, Garvin, and I will beat you one way or the other in any town, any place, and right here on TV. Get ready, Jimmy Garvin, because I intend to beat you, because I'll keep this. If I got to pull your head off, you might as well get ready, because I stay that way. 9 years a world's champion, and I'll stay a world's champion. And believe me, and I'll tell you, I'll tell anyone in here, and the millions of people watching this, I'll beat Jimmy Garvin because one thing, Garvin, I've been there. I've been all over the world as a champion. They know who I am. I have proven myself as a wrestler and as a great champion. If you need any proof, mister, ask Armstrong. I put him on crutches. He come back and tried it. He didn't make it. You're not going to make it. Ricky Nelson's not going to make it. No one else. Because, as the man said, I've walked that aisle and I have lived the style, mister. And if you don't believe it, take a look at this belt. Sha-Sha's been carrying it with me for the last 3 years, and I am the man that you have to beat. And Garvin, you can't get it done because I am the champion.
For 12, and you'll win the guaranteed free.
Looks like we're getting ready to go back to green here in Charlotte, heading for the start-finish line. Look at the jump the Hendrick car got on the restart.
That last caution really gave the Hendrick team a chance to get that baby dialed in just right.
Here's the view from inside the Hendrick car.
Look at trouble in turn 3. Oh, my!
And the caution is back out once again.
The vote is in. The official cat of Nickelodeon is Heathcliff.
That is disgusting.
For refusing to take a bath. For single-handedly trashing a restaurant.
Just doing my job.
For being more annoying to grown-ups than a painful itch, Nickelodeon awards you its highest honor.
It pays to live a good life.
It's unanimous.
Suffer and succotash.
Well, almost. Heathcliff is the official cat of Nickelodeon.
All great men leave their mark. A lone swordsman who fought for justice in the early West. A lone swordsman whose mark struck terror in the hearts of his enemies.
Zorro!
Zorro, the legend continues.
This month on cable, look at all the things we are. Relive the dramatic true story of the ill-fated Flight 191. Angie Dickinson heads an all-star cast in Fire and Rain. Don't miss 4 original episodes that paint a royal portrait of Great Britain on TBS. And the NCAA's top teams tip off for the conference championships on ESPN.
Look, Carolina, look at all the things we are.
I've been in a lot of enviable situations, but right now, I'm a little scared being between you guys because you got those cold, dark eyes. It doesn't look like you've got too many morals, but you're out for that tag team tournament and that stack of cash. Do you have any little inside tips of how you're going to win that tournament?
The only inside tip I got is if I was in Las Vegas, Nevada, putting 1,001 odds on the Mod Squad, I'd bet the whole United States on it, baby doll, because I can guarantee you, and all you rednecks here in North Carolina can take it to the bank, that when it's all said and done, the Mod Squad's going to walk away with that nice tag team tournament trophy. Tell us, Spiker.
That's it, baby doll. First, I would like to say I'm sure the ACW's ratings are skyrocketing right now with the lovely baby doll and the Mod Squad out here all together. And another thing, as Bash said, all we're interested in is that big tall trophy, baby doll. And I'm sure all these rednecks know who's going to win. It's going to be the Mod Squad.
Well, it looks like you guys have got a chance to win. You just keep on being as devious as you are, and I think you're going to win that tournament.
I know we going to win, baby doll.
We'll have to wait and see.
Fans, we're set for our next match here on Atlantic Coast Wrestling. Is the American Eagle, Tommy Angel in the yellow, gets set to take on dynamic young George South in the white trunks. Should be a classic bout between two formidable junior heavyweights. Baby doll, not exactly the position that a lot of young ladies would like to be in, wedged in between the Mod Squad.
That's true. I mean, they're big, tough guys, and as I said, they bench press 500 pounds. I'm sure if they kind of got the inkling to pick me up and throw me around, they probably could, don't you think?
Think they're a little confident, maybe?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it at all. It seems like they've got that tag team tournament wound out, but it looks like as long as they don't make any mistakes, they might win it, because they're mean and nasty, and they've got the moves. They might do it.
Only time will tell. Of course, the Deatons advance due to a win earlier this hour.
That'd be interesting to see, would be the Deatons against Mod Squad, just to see how mean and nasty somebody could get. Be curious to see what the fans would do.
Can we sit up somewhere higher and farther back?
Maybe so. It was interesting to see how the people went behind the South Pacific Connection, you know, and it was kind of amazing to see that they got behind that. It'd be interesting to see if they chose sides on that one.
If you put Benito Mussolini and Juan Perón.
Oh, look at those high moves. That's George South. Tommy Angel's got George South flying around that ring.
A lot of fans have taken to calling Tommy Angel the American Eagle, and if this flying...
makes his opponents fly, that's why.
There's a certain amount of logic there, huh? Angel working on the left arm of George South, but again, George South out every week against some of the world's best. He's met, wrestled, won, and lost against some of the best wrestlers in the world, so it's got to be a real big test for Tommy Angel right now.
That is, he's in there with a man that knows what he's doing in the ring, and he looks good. Both of these guys are about the same size. What, maybe 10 pounds difference between the two of them at the very most?
Maybe. George South maybe with the edge of inexperience, but Tommy Angel looks like he's starting to click, huh?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's it, and he's working on that one body part. I wouldn't mind seeing Tommy Angel get a couple wins here and just see if it boosted his ego a little bit. And against George South, that would really be an ego booster.
You talk about the body part. You've been one of the most successful managers in pro wrestling. And every week that I sit down here with you for the last couple of weeks, I've heard this come out in your conversations. The one body part, the one body part. Is it really that important?
Oh, it is. I mean, if you just switch around and you work on an arm a little while and then work on the head and then the legs, you're not really wearing anybody down. You're not getting it to the point of making that wrestler maybe think that it's not worth going on anymore, that the pain is just too much, that maybe it is, maybe you should just go back and take the loss one time and not take the money and just go home the one time and rest the body part.
Tommy Angel came into that turnbuckle hard on that left arm, but George South goes to the front face lock now. According to the Baby Doll School of Wrestling, mistake.
I'll have to see, but see, Tommy Angel just turned around working on the arm. It's just one move right after another. In wrestling, there's so many. Every move has got a counter. Whatever move that you've got, there's some way to get out of it. And just getting that experience and learning how to get out of those holds, that's how you win wrestling matches. You don't want to lay there and take the punishment. You want to get out of the hold.
George South may be getting a little frustrated in this match. He went to the eyes, and Tommy Angel sunset flip.
Yeah, he just didn't. Oh, man. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, there you go. Knee to the chest. Now Tommy Angel down. Schoolboy wraps him up. Oh, not quite enough. Just not tight.
Somewhere in the back of their minds, both of these guys have got to know, number one, an important match. It's on television. The local promoters are going to be looking to see who's going to climb up that ladder toward success, who's going to fall by the wayside.
Who wants to win? That's the main thing, is whether you want to win or not. Putting those moves together. George Southsea's going back. He had that front face lock on the first time, working on the head and the neck. He worked on the headlock. That's working the one main body part, working on that head and neck. You will weaken a man that way.
Still looking forward a little later this hour to see Carolina's own David Isley in action. Look at this!
Big belly to belly. Hooks the leg. Excellent, excellent.
I'll tell you what, when you're flying through the air, that belly to belly, it's got to be a sinking feeling, because so far nobody's managed to get up from the belly-belly suplex. The American Eagle, Tommy Angel.
Yeah, let's look at a replay, Rick, of this. Belly to belly, all of his weight right on it. Puts his weight on the man's chest, hooks the leg. George South cannot get up from that.
More to come, fans.
Hello, wrestling fans. Gene Ligon here with Tommy Sebo. Tommy, tell us a little something about yourself.
I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, former police officer. There for 7.5 years. Basically, I just want to say this about the matches coming up. I've got open contracts all around the Atlantic Coast wrestling area. Anywhere, anybody, anytime.
Well, that's right. And, of course, one of the other superstars in the area, Tommy Angel.
That's right. When we come to your town, wherever it's at, I'm coming to see you. The fan support is great. I need it. Come see me turn Ricky Nelson into cosmic dust. And you look for that Greensboro kid, Tommy Sebo. He's going to tear up a lot of people, too.
That's right. And David Isley, Nikita Koloff's training partner. You're looking good, David.
Gene, I've been getting in shape. I'm training hard. I'm coming to all these towns around the Atlantic Coast wrestling area. I'm a young lion making a name for myself. When I get there and you get the Carolina roll on you, 1, 2, 3, it's going to be you and me right there in that town. And, Gene, they better jump in their hip pocket, because the ride's going to last a long, long time, pal.
Good credit, bad credit, slow credit, no credit, divorce, bankruptcy, repossession, no problem. If you're in the market to buy a car, if you have a source of income, if you live in the Charlotte market area, if you have a down payment, then you qualify. You will get financing at Apple Auto Sales. Tired of being turned down again and again? No more! At Apple Auto Sales, we're going to save you money. 2800 Freedom Drive, Charlotte. Call 399-SAVE.
Bad guys, look out! The world of law enforcement just went to the dogs. Teaming up for action, it's a young cop. You're under arrest. And his canine compatriot. They're out to hound the criminals. And take a bite out of crime. Putting a leash on the lawless, it's Officer Hank and Rin Tin Tin Canine Cop, exclusively on the Family Channel.
Booknotes, a new C-SPAN series featuring discussion with today's authors of recently published books on public policy, politics, and history.
So that planted the idea, why don't I develop a history of the Senate?
Spend Sunday night with C-SPAN, your choice for alternative public affairs programming. Booknotes, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, only on C-SPAN.
Where can you meet Mother Nature face to face?
Cable?
That's right, on the Discovery Channel. All the things we are in a fascinating, fun visit with the animals. Say how do you do to the birds, the bees, and a rather coy cottontail, if you please. The roles and relationships of our friends in Mother Nature. All the things we are on the Discovery Channel.
Look, Carolina, look at all the things we are.
Fans, we saw last week what a brutal combination two men can become. Pretty Boy Doug Summers and Cold Steel. Deadly on their own, but together you guys are in trouble.
Let me tell you something, Rick Stewart.
that pretty little thing that comes down to the ring with that old man that calls himself the champion. The only reason he is the champion because I left him alone for 10 years. But let me tell you something, old man. That pretty little girl's gonna look real fine next to a good-looking man like me. And the belt is just that far away from coming to the man where it should be. So little girl, look at the new man that's gonna be walking down the aisle with you. Because Nelson, you're finished in the ACW. And for my new partner, there ain't nothing gonna stop us.
I can't believe that you're hanging around a guy like Doug
Have
Summers.
you got a problem with that?
Nothing personal.
What's wrong with this man?
I'd rather not get into it, Mr. Steele, but he doesn't have the best reputation in wrestling.
Don't worry about who I run around with. You understand that? This man and myself, we can take care of ourselves in the ring, out of the ring, in the parking lot. It don't make any difference. It makes no difference to me.
I think the fans at home get the drift.
So you
People in the ACW better get the drift. And Nelson Royal, just bring the little lady along because she's going to look good under my arm, baby.
Fans, let's go to the ring. More great action is standing by right now.
Right now we've got in the ring, oh gosh, Trent Knight taking a little initiative there against David Isley. I mean, popped right off from the start. You'd better watch it because North Carolina's own David Isley may not take it for too long.
David Isley is probably one of the nicest young men you'd ever want to meet in a one-on-one situation, but he's an athlete, he's a proud athlete, he's got a little bit of a temper in him.
That's right, North Carolina, homegrown red.
To me, I really think, Baby Doll, that all of the really superior athletes in any sport have that little, I don't want to call it a mean streak, but it sure is an aggressive streak that kind of motivates them when the chips are down to do a little bit better. And
it's called gumption, Rick Stewart. It's that little extra that. Yeah, gumption is a good word in this part because it's not only just getting in there and learning the wrestling moves and learning techniques and learning how to take the punishment of wrestling. It's whether you can get out there night after night taking the punishment. If you're not wrestling in the night, you're in the gym in the afternoon, every afternoon working out. No matter if you're hurt or not, you've got to be in that gym and you've got to be able to be in the ring and take that little extra punishment and get up there.
Isley, a little tap to the back of the head of Trent Knight there.
Maybe paying him back for the first part of the match when Trent Knight pops in first.
I don't think it hurt him or stunned him, but it sure got his attention. It's got to be embarrassing when somebody slaps you behind the head.
Yeah, it's kind of like rubbing your face in the match. You're getting the guy's attention. You're letting him know that you're not just going to roll over and play dead, and that you're in there and you're going to give him a
Trent Knight, a knee that looked a little south to me.
That looked a little low. You got to watch because not all the time, you know, they say no hitting below the belt, but you can't always judge.
The referee, he's got the hardest job in wrestling. You know, no matter what he does, there's going to be somebody that doesn't like it, be they fans or the wrestlers themselves or even us back here at the desk. Ha! There's that temper I was telling you about, baby.
David Isley's got a lot of upper body strength, and get on it. Don't let him back up, and don't let him get there. See, I should maybe just a little bit of an experience. David Isley, if he really wants this match, he should be on Trent Knight right now and not letting him get up.
Now, David is no small man. He's about 240, 243.
Good upper body strength, good solid legs on him. He's built like a little fire plug. He doesn't have a lot of height like what Trent Knight does. Trent Knight's got those long arms and legs. He's got that leverage. Referee caught him pulling the hair. He needs to do a better break than that. I mean, you really have got to let the guy have a chance.
Is that strictly legal? I mean, when you don't have control, right? When you stick the arms up,
yeah,
stick them right back
still
in. Will a referee call you on that?
About 2 cents worth of a break.
Will a referee call you on that from time to time?
They should. They really should. I mean, you've got to give the guy enough of a break to get up. You know, that's it.
Well, I know some officials will call for a release and maybe a step back or a half a step back.
Personal opinion on the referee's part. I don't think that there's any cut and dry rule of like, well, you have to walk between them or whatever. It's just whatever the referee feels. And a lot of it has to do with how the referee feels against you too. If he feels like you're going to cause him a problem through the match, he may make his own self known by pressuring the guy to really do a good break. But if he doesn't feel like he's going to have much problem with the guy in the ring, then he's going to let him go with like the quickie break because he knows he's not going to have a
David Isley managing to fight his way back up to his feet. But just seconds ago, Trent Knight had him down in a pretty difficult-looking maneuver, almost sitting on the guy's head while he had him in that arm bar. Isley comes back. Hey, what's this? Oklahoma roll from out of nowhere. Can he get him?
No, not quite. He almost, Trent was just too low for him.
That's a chilling maneuver. Inside cradle. That took it.
He got it there.
David Isley comes up with a big win.
Yeah, let's go to the replay of that. He didn't get the Oklahoma roll. He missed a little mistake, but then again, he tied the guy up, got it going. He got the pin for the 1, 2, 3. That's where your mistakes can pay off for you. Knowing when to count it out live.
Hello, wrestling fans. Gene Ligon here, standing with Ricky Nelson. A distinct pleasure. I say that with a grain of salt. Ricky Nelson, of course, you and your partner are broken up, and here we got the strange L.A. Stevens coming in. Tell us a little something. Have you and Tommy Angel ever come back together?
Not a chance. You know, I was in the gym the other day, and I got on the scales, and I looked, and that needle kept going, and it kept going, and it got to 225, and I said, whoa, baby. And I jumped off the scales, and I looked at these 18-inch arms, baby, and I said, ho-ho, that's right, baby. Tommy Angel, my friend, I don't know what you're thinking. Oh, I've been chasing you all over the country. I've chased you all up and down the East Coast, through the South, through Georgia, the Carolinas, everywhere. I have chased you from the day of the Battle of Midway in Concord, North Carolina, when I left you laying sprawled out in the middle of the ring with all them beautiful fans saying, oh, poor Tommy. Let me tell you something. You never took me under your wing. You never taught me anything because your vocabulary is very, very limited, like That's about your vocabulary. So let me tell you something, pal. No matter where you and I meet, oh, that's real cute. No matter where you and I meet, pal, the outcome will virtually be the same. 1, 2, 3.
Well, at least we know we can count that high, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, here we are with L.A. Stevens and probably a personal friend of his that he found somewhere out in the garbage can.
Nelson Raw, the time has come. Almost 10 years, almost a decade of being world's junior heavyweight champion. A world's belt. I've got my man Shinobi, and you've got me to look after. And brother, I think that's just a little bit more than you can handle, Nelson Raw. Your time has come, you're getting old. Being a technician doesn't get it anymore, brother. Being a man, being an animal like I am, training animals. Nelson Raw, your time has come, it's over.
Wrestling fans, a very unique pleasure, I'll say pleasure, to speak with Mr. L.A. Stevens. I got a few questions I want to ask you. Who is the assassin?
Well, Gene, you know, I'm not quite sure who the assassin is.
Well, who is the Shinobi?
Well, Shinobi's from Japan, and he is a complete warrior.
Who is L.A. Stevens?
Who's that?
Apparently this man don't know a whole lot. Tell me what you do know.
I do know that Nelson Raw has been 9 years world's junior heavyweight champion. He beat Whipper Billy way back when. I don't know when it was. You know what I mean, Gene? 10 years. It's coming up on that 10-year, that decade mark as a world champion. That's a long time, Gene. And no matter if I win it, if the assassin wins it, or Shinobi wins it, one of the people in my stable is going to be a world champion. I guarantee it.
That's right. You heard L.A. Stevens right here. And, of course, Ricky Nelson, the match that all the people are interested in. You're going against your former partner, Tommy Angel, in a match that you may not want.
Let me tell you something. Tommy Angel was sitting at home the other day thinking about all the things he knew about wrestling. Took him about 5 seconds. And he thought to himself, what can I do to beat Ricky Nelson? Oh, Mr. Promoter, please, 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 no DQs, no cages, no tape fists, just a simple 1, 2, 3 match because I can't handle what's coming my way. Let me tell you something, pal. You said I was 150 pounds. Well, I'm the baddest 150 pounds you ever saw. I've been 2 times a champion myself, and I will be again real soon.
It's Color Time's big 10th anniversary, and Captain Color Time is celebrating with the hottest values in rent-to-own. There's something new at Color Time. Introducing the combination TV VCR, only $17.95 a week. Perfect for the bedroom or bookcase, it's a fine furniture cabinet with a TV and VCR built right in. And with all Color Time brand products, you get 5 full years of customer protection on all electronic parts and labor. It's all yours during Color Time's big 10th anniversary celebration.
After a long day when you've been to heck and back, coming home to TV Land feels good. You worked plenty hard, mister, so relax. Fire up your pipe, then say how do you do to some old friends. And seconds, please, to some home-style cooking. Come on, there'll be good times, groovy times, the kind you'll always remember long after you've lost your mind.
Hello out there.
From TV Land, your home away from home every night on Nick at Night.
We're giving you a choice at BET, the network to turn to for the shows you want to see. BET, we're giving you a choice. Reach out and take it. We're giving you a choice. Go ahead and make it. We're giving you a voice. You can't mistake it. We're giving you a choice at BET.
In March, look at all the things we are on A&E. We'll leave you breathless with the poignant story of Puccini, the master composer whose passion for love and music would drive him mad. We'll delight you when Pavarotti performs Puccini's enchanting masterpiece, La Boheme. Tune to A&E, only on your cable.
Look, Carolina, look at all the things we are.
Fans, this is the match we've been waiting for. World's Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Good synchronization,
I like that.
Stuart. There he is, Nelson Royal, the World's Junior Heavyweight Championship, what, 9 years now, off and on 9 years?
Yep.
Several times?
It all depends. If you listen to Nelson Royal, and there you get a good look at the challenger, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. If you listen to Nelson, it's been 9 continuous years and nobody's ever come close. The real truth could be that he may have won and lost it on at least one occasion that I know of.
The man is a tough man, though. Jimmy's going to have his hands full. That's why he's getting those people behind him, because it will be a distraction for Nelson Royal. Because those people, if you get to listen to them, that's where I had a lot of problems with my guys, is because they would start listening to the crowd. And if they're not with you, you don't want to pay any attention to them at all, because they will throw you off. And see, the people have made Nelson mad hot. He doesn't know what he's doing. Shasha needs to be reassuring the guy instead of like looking at the camera and
Just
looking
telling him
pretty.
everything's
Just
okay,
telling
right?
him that get back in there, pay attention to Jimmy Garvin. Jimmy Garvin is the competition here, not the people outside the ring. The people didn't sign the contract, Jimmy Garvin did. Jimmy
Jimmy's got
Garvin's
that
the one that'll take the
special
belt away.
relationship with the fans, though. And it's really weird because he's such a happy-go-lucky guy, and it's so obvious he thinks so much of his squeeze that the people they just seem to bubble out for him, you know?
Oh, yeah, you can't help feel it because you can see that the closeness that him and Precious have gotten, it just rubs off to everybody else. And anytime that Jimmy Garvin gets hurt, you know that Precious is also feeling that hurt.
He's no slouch when it comes to taking care of business inside of the ring. And fans, this is the World's Junior Heavyweight title match, sanctioned by Atlantic Coast Wrestling as our television main event this hour. The title is on the line. Nelson Royal defending in the kind of defensive position against gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
That's right. This may be the toughest competition that Nelson's faced to date because Jimmy Garvin does have a lot of experience. He's got the people behind him. The people are yelling, break it, break it. Jimmy's got to be feeling good with the people behind him.
And the thing that's helped Nelson over the years, of course, is when the weight class was 225, Nelson was right at 225. And now that they've moved it up 5 pounds, and you can get away with being 230, 230 and a half, 231, they really frown on.
5 pounds makes a lot of difference, too, because that could be all upper body weight or it could be just all strength. And Jimmy Garvin, I mean, you can look at him, he does weigh more than Nelson.
That's what I was trying to say. It opens the class, the junior heavyweight class up to guys like Jimmy Garvin who didn't have a chance before
Now
to get in there and
Jimmy's
try
at the
for
top
world
of that
title.
weight class and not Nelson. Let's see what Nelson does to Jimmy Garvin out here. There's a lot of stuff that you could do.
I don't think Nelson Royal can let a chance like this slide.
Oh, right on the belt. That's, I mean, for me, the belts meant a lot, and I wouldn't let my guys tear up the belts because, I mean, that's kind of the prestige of having that title, is having a nice belt to put around the end.
Apparently, he's turned it into an offensive weapon because Jimmy Garvin, from where I'm sitting, looks like he may be busted up over one eye, and Nelson Royal is not shy about going after things like that.
Well, that's what you've got to do once you see that blood. It's just like in boxing. Oh, Jimmy almost had him. He just had to hook the arms. It's just maybe a little bit weary from getting his head bashed in there, but let's see what happens. They're tied up in the ropes. Oh, big chop from Jimmy.
Garvin slamming away there on Nelson Royal. Backs him out of the turnbuckle. Royal, chest first, right into the turnbuckle.
Been right on the chin. It might have helped him. Wait. There's Shasha. She's up on the ring. Let's see what oh, no. Jimmy shouldn't have done that. He should have.
Wait,
oh, no.
fans, hang on. Did he get him? No!
He
Jimmy
kicked out
Garvin's
just
down.
right time.
Shasha.
That could have been it. Oh.
Shasha almost lost the match for gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
The referee had to, just like what we said before. You can't throw the guys over the top rope.
Baby doll, I'm headed for the ring. We got to see what something's going on here.
I cannot believe this. Nelson just threw the guy over the ring. It was like a last-ditch attempt. Maybe Nelson thought that that title was really up for grabs and that Jimmy Garvin was going to take it. It was a last-ditch effort on Nelson's part because there was no way Jimmy Garvin, I don't know. Shasha jumped up on the ring. Jimmy Garvin turned around. Nelson went for the win, didn't have it. Jimmy Garvin win, but it was a disqualification. It doesn't count. The title will not change hands. It's unfortunate for Jimmy Garvin at this time because he really should have had the win on Nelson Royal. Let's see what Jimmy Garvin's got to say because this is a shame. Jimmy Garvin had Nelson Royal. He had him beat. Shasha jumps up on the ring. Let's see what Rick Nelson,
the rules of
ACW.
You know a title doesn't change hands on a disqualification. But even though you won the match, I bet you there's a couple of hundred people here that think you're the new junior heavyweight champion.
What do you think? Well, I think so too. In fact, I'd like to say that was real cute, Nelson Royal. That was real cute. Because I know you, and I know what kind of sneak you are.
Hang on, fans. Nelson Royal came after gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. Garvin's all over Nelson Royal. They're back inside the square circle. Thank you for keeping your cool a little bit, Jimmy.
I'm not keeping my cool about nothing. That's the kind of guy we're dealing with. Somebody that'll hit you from behind, some sneak, somebody that's got some girl with him, and I know all about that. And the fact is this, Nelson Royal, it's going to be a cold day in hell, baby, when you can beat gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
Fans, the situation is anything but over.
You know, I do a lot of things, and I meet a lot of people, and I got to tell all of you that the things that are going now is gorgeous Jimmy Garvin, and I don't care. Nelson Royal, nice try.
best. TV 15, Charlotte.
Campaign with his TV ads criticizing Easley's record as district attorney. Well, tonight, Thomas is expecting a runoff. He says he will be in it.
And News 36 reporter Lori Arrington has been following Thomas on the last leg of today's campaign, and she joins us live from Raleigh, where Thomas is hoping to give a victory speech.